All right, guys, welcome back to the Lucky Pierres. We got a guest tonight, our buddy Steve.
What's up?
And we're going to be doing another top 5 for you. Our top 5 most overrated and overused actors / actresses. So, who wants to start? Who would like to list their... It doesn't need to be in order, Steve. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, just any order. But as long as you got 5, anyone can start.
Go ahead.
You want me to go ahead? Okay. Oh, normally you want to start, but you want me to start on this one, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I have so that I can hopefully cross some off.
Yeah. All right, my first and far and away, we talked about this already, Ryan Reynolds. I think that guy is extremely overrated.
One-trick pony?
Yes, a one-trick pony plays the same character. It's just a fictionalized version of himself in every
I feel
movie.
like the list aren't going to be a lot of those, like where somebody thinks they're the same character in everything, but then some people still like them.
Yeah.
Well, he's great at what he does.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
he's got charisma. I'll give him that, and he's got good looks. You know, but I think... no homo. But I think a lot of people could pull off the roles that he plays.
Let me ask you this. I just thought of, like...
Yeah.
Do you think maybe... I don't know. I feel like he, in all of his movies, is basically what Tony Stark was built around. That idea. Like, fast-talking, clever, witty kind of guy. Maybe a little different sense of humor.
Yeah, but he doesn't have, like, the rich, like, smugness to go,
Right, he
go
doesn't
with
have
it.
that smile.
Yeah.
It's a little different sense of humor, but it's kind of like... You know, just the foundation of that. It's the same kind of guy.
I get what you're saying,
He
yeah.
just plays an exaggerated version of himself in real life. Like, that's him in real life.
I never met him before.
It just seems like
Is he cool? Is he a nice guy?
Right.
Could be.
That's my number one far and away. I just want him to take more challenging roles, because everyone, you look on their resume, and they have, like, a role that you're like, they were great in that. I look on that guy's resume personally, and I'm like, that guy doesn't have any roles that he's great in.
I did see someone say something on Reddit I wrote down for you, which is Ryan Reynolds
I just saw it on his phone.
is a human algorithm, which I thought was very funny.
What's that even mean?
That he's just like basically you just plug him in to any role, and that's just like he's the same in everything.
Yeah, okay.
Is Christopher Walken any different?
He's great
I think
in some
so.
stuff.
He's got some range.
What about
Is he
True
some-
Romance? He was great in that. That was a long scene.
That's what I was going to like.
I feel like he's still kind
could,
of him, though, no?
I could see the argument that Christopher Walken is the same in everything, but you like him. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna.
Well, I like Ryan Reynolds, too. Maybe that's why I'm pushing back.
I think as far as
I do too.
dramatic roles, I think he shows more range than Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is always just like in a comedic role or something where he's reacting to the world
Don't
around
look at me.
him.
I'm not arguing.
I agree with what you're saying. I just like him. So.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
in that
All
boat,
right.
too, I think.
We'll move on. And then next I got Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I am not a fan at all.
Oh,
At all. No, I watched one. I was like into his stand-up way back in the day. I watched one of them, and then I learned that he had like a ghostwriter. And then once all the movies started coming out, all he does is just talk real loud, and he's very animated. But besides that, I mean, he hasn't impressed me at all.
He works, though.
He works, yeah.
He's always
He's
like, in something.
he's got a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
So he's always working, but I don't think I've rarely ever laughed at any of his content.
He's like one of the richest comedians in the world.
yes.
I know that. I
He
know
blew
that.
up super quick. and
Are
just
any of you
cashed.
fans? Are you guys fans?
I
I
like
think
him.
he's funny.
Yeah.
I got nothing against him. But you're right. I think a lot of comedians rely on that, like, yelling delivery thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
Dane Cook was one.
He was one.
Yeah, just kinda scream at
He died
you
so
and-
quick.
I'm a
too.
fan, but yeah.
I love his that first CD. This was dating myself, but I think it was Harmful Swallow.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
That
great.
shit was so funny.
That's a great one.
I love that.
Is that the one with the drive-through bit?
Yeah.
That's a great
Sweet
one.
sour sauce.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's funny.
Kevin Hart, I think he's overrated.
I still do. Sorry, Colonel's Chicken Fun Pack. Take a Colonel's Chicken Fun Pack, please.
yeah, something that's not on the menu.
Yeah.
I remember when he said
you got
what?
to point and look, and they'll
Did-
always do the same thing.
Didn't he say, "Can I get the lasagna basket?"
Yeah, at McDonald's or something.
That's great.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, I'll move on. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Outside of comedy roles, yikes.
Return to Paradise.
I've never seen it.
Oh, great movie.
Is it? Is he good
I
in
haven't
that?
seen that either.
Really good movie.
Is he good in that?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
he? Okay. Okay, maybe I'll have to watch that. But what I've seen of
And it's
him,
old too. Like that was early on. You know.
like Swingers or pre-Swingers even.
Right around that time, probably maybe
Yeah.
a couple years before or after, but it
So
was that era.
like he's another one. Like I understand completely, but I like him.
Yeah, same.
Like I watched that movie Brawl in Cell Block 99 recently. I thought he was not good in that.
That's not
I
a
didn't see
great
that
movie,
one.
but it's enjoyable.
He's another one I've heard comics talk about. They hang out with him. He's Vince Vaughn in person. He's that.
him.
That's who he is.
Just what you see on the screen. Yeah.
And I'll agree. I get a little. He gets old. You know, it's a little bit. First couple rom-coms are funny. But
Yeah, you couldn't have like a Vince Vaughn film
Yeah.
fest.
Wedding Crashers is great though.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
He's great in some
Swinger's
stuff.
great.
Comedic roles.
I
just
actually
don't think
prefer
he's-
Maid. That might be an
Maid's
unpopular
great,
opinion.
yeah.
I really love that
I agree.
movie.
All right, I'll move on.
Another one is just great at what he does, but he's only got that.
Yeah.
that
He's a
thing.
one-trick pony.
Yeah.
We'll watch Return to Paradise. He doesn't
I
do
will.
much of it, but he's clearly got some capabilities there.
If I could say any role that he impressed me in was The Breakup. I think he was actually good in that. If you ever seen The Breakup with
yeah.
Aniston.
Aniston?
Yeah.
That was...
I
funny
think he's
movie.
actually good dramatically in that too. But
Yeah.
I mean, but besides that,
Take him off your list. You like him.
right. Next up, I got Florence Pugh.
Bro, you're not helping me out at all.
Talent-wise,
Jeez
I think she's an
Louise.
overrated actress. I honestly do. I don't know why there's so much hype about her. I don't
I'm
get
forgetting.
it.
I feel like she was in something I really liked. I got
She was
Yeah,
in.
I like her.
She was in Midsummer. She was in.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. She was in. Don't Worry, Darling.
Yep.
Black
what-
Widow.
Yep.
She's going to be in Dune Part 2. It's a future
From what
thing.
I've seen, I like her. I got nothing against her, but
I think she's overhyped
okay.
and overrated. Next up, this one might ruffle some feathers with viewers and/or you guys. I don't know. Tom Holland.
I know you hate him.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him.
You know, he fits the profile for you, I think. He kind of does his thing. Right?
He's himself.
He also
Yeah.
got cast in a role that Ben is very upset about.
Well,
that?
Uncharted. I mean,
Oh,
I was so hyped for that movie, and then Tom Holland's Nathan Drake, and I'm like, I boycotted. I never watched it.
Also,
but
no,
I
my
don't think he's
list is,
great, but
my list is not getting weeded out.
he's
at
just
all.
he's like
you wanted to get weeded out.
Yeah, I have too many.
again, he's like semi good looking, and he's like excitable or something. I don't know what like.
Excitable.
I don't know what his like his.
he's cute, right?
I don't know what
cutesy.
his
He seems like a
his
genuine,
his
nice
appeal
kid.
is. I don't. He does
He's like
seem
a
like that.
wholesome. He's a wholesome, you know,
There you go.
little cute kid.
I don't see it. I don't see the draw, but there must be something because he's making like trillions of dollars. So. All right, I'll let you guys
with
go.
Zendaya.
Right, and also she almost went on my list. She almost went on a couple on there.
Oh boy.
Anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
Steve, you want to go?
Well, my list is not a list.
Okay.
It's more of like a soapbox, I think.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna say all of them.
You got like 50 people you hate.
No, literally every single actor. Is
Oh,
overrated.
yeah.
Like the profession itself. Like I love movies. I love actors. I love their talent. Like some of them are super talented. But dude, we got red carpets. We got TV shows following them to the grocery store. We got whole entire networks devoted to like their personal lives. And I just think
Which half the time they're
Wait,
the ones
buy-
tipping them off
Yeah,
about
yeah.
I don't
themselves.
mean to
We
interrupt.
buy their products because they say they're good. We don't even know if they use them.
Right. I don't mean to interrupt, but I was going to say actors are the most overpaid profession in the world.
I mean, you,
They should be making as much as teachers.
well,
Well,
you know, it's funny you bring up teachers. I actually have this thought that like if you put a requirement in degree programs that you had to go to school for acting X amount of credits, I think we'd find out there's a lot of talented actors in the world. I think a lot of people
Yeah,
could
they
do
have
that.
no drive to act.
You know, like an athlete, some people just couldn't be an athlete. You know, like
Yeah.
there's an enormous number of people who could not, no matter how much you work out, you just couldn't compete with LeBron
'Cause your
James and
genes
Michael
aren't-
Jordan.
yeah.
You just don't have it.
Yeah, some people are
But
just
you're saying a
physical
lot of
freak.
normal people in the everyday world could be great actors.
I do. I think so.
I think I'm in the same
Not
boat.
necessarily
if
great,
their parents
but
were
good.
like, "Hey, you can do it, son," rather than "No, get a job as an accountant."
Yeah, that's a pipe dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I agree 100%. I'm in
So
the
I
same
just-
boat.
I call them
Especially-
all overrated.
Since like a lot of
I love that. I
especially
agree
since
100%.
a lot of actors, like as soon as they showed any interest, their parents were like, "Oh yeah," and took them out of school, which is not a normal thing to do.
Right. Sure.
Like a lot of actors,
it's
as
either
soon as
privilege or lack of, right? Like you got no other out, so this is what you're going to be, or you got so much privilege you don't have to get a real job. You can chase your dreams.
It's nepotism sometimes, and yeah,
Right, sure, a lot of
But-
nepotism. But I don't want to come off as salty either. You
No,
know,
I
like-
get it.
Or jealous or like hating, because I love movies, and there's so many great actors, and I'm not trying to take anything away from them. I just think like we shouldn't be idolizing these people. They just go
100%.
play
I couldn't agree more,
in front
man.
of a camera. So,
They're extremely overpaid and over appreciated, or what have you, or
yeah. And there's so many of them, and we see like 5. You know, like there's like 10 actors that are like in
and, like,
everything.
every 5 years or something, there's like a group of
Recycle them
8
a little
people
bit,
that
yeah.
are in everything.
And how many people are serving coffee in California?
yeah,
You know, like
Yeah.
wishing they could be on screen, and I got to see Vin Diesel and everything for 6
Yeah.
years. And I love the guy. Man.
lucky
He's
Russ ain't
great.
here.
Right. Well, no, I do. I love him. But I mean, he's not a great actor. But
Another
he's
Timothy
entertaining as hell.
Chalamet movie and Adam Driver. You know.
Yeah, sure. Adam Driver. There's a good overrated guy.
Here we go.
Again, I don't want to take anything away from them. They're doing something. They're doing it fine. I don't know that I could do a better job personally, but why do I got to see him and everything?
I get 100% what you're saying, and I couldn't agree more.
So that leads me to my people.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took them all.
He took
Literally,
all
I
of
took
them.
every single one. Cross them all off.
All right, we're done with the video.
Eddie Redmayne.
Oh yeah.
Anyone?
I've never seen anything the
I
guy's
don't know
done.
who that is.
You're lucky.
Okay.
No, honestly, I thought of him and I go, honestly, like even though I know his name and I'm looking at his face, I could be like, I don't literally remember this person.
Isn't he in that movie? He played a
He's
chick.
in a bunch of stuff.
He's in that one, yeah.
What's
He's
that
in,
movie
What's his
called?
name? I gotta look him up. I have no idea.
You've seen him
Eddie
before.
Redmayne.
I think you've seen him before,
Eddie
Stevie.
Redmayne.
You might
I
not have seen
probably
any
have.
projects of he's in, but
He played Stephen Hawking in the biopic. Brutal.
Dude, Nick Mullen
Oh, he's
makes
British.
fun of that because
Yeah.
he had like
I know, we've
he's
seen
like,
him, yeah.
He just put his glasses like this, and
Yeah.
and they're like they nominated him for awards. They're like,
that's
Yeah, we went to see him live and he I was dying.
That's all he did.
well, because he was
Seriously.
like he had his muscular like
Just
thing went worse. They got worse as he's older, and he's like all the actor did to demonstrate that was do this, and he's like,
You might have done more than
they're like that's award worthy.
Yeah. That's
You
funny.
recognize him in anything? You ever seen him in anything?
There's a couple movies in here. I don't know who he is in them.
I think that's the problem.
He's only the lead in a couple, and I've
He's
had to see them,
forgettable.
and
He's
they're
very
brutal.
forgettable.
So
But they're not movies that I like or have seen a lot of.
Right,
like
right.
Jupiter Ascending, I saw. I don't remember really
Yeah.
anything about it.
Didn't you say something about that show?
It wasn't
What?
great.
Jupiter Ascending?
Uh-uh.
Didn't you said
Les
that was complete
Miserables.
garbage, right?
I don't know what that
I think
is.
that was the one with Holland.
Yeah. What's that
Something
called?
different.
The other bowling
Do
girl.
they like hear your thoughts, the dude's thoughts?
Oh, is that movie?
I don't think it's that one, is it?
No, that's not that movie.
Oh, okay.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The movie you're thinking of is not.
What's
but
that
what he's
called?
talking about is the.
Oh, we're getting off track anyway. But
Yeah, the one where they hear their thoughts was one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
I have
Joe.
George Clooney on my list.
Ooh.
No?
Ouch.
I don't think he's very good. He's in stuff I like, but he just does the same thing. And he's just a charming older guy.
he's
Yeah, I don't-
serviceable.
I never watched ER.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like that really, but I know Ocean's 11 is one of the most watchable movies ever made.
It is. I agree.
Great.
And it's
So that's not-
largely because of him and his character, Brad Pitt.
there's so many
helps.
people in that
There's-
movie.
It's an ensemble, sure.
Yeah.
But Michael Clayton, and I'm a huge Gilroy fan, but he's
haven't
great
seen
in
that.
Michael Clayton.
Yeah.
And,
I just know from Dusk Till Dawn is like the only thing I know of that like he
Another
like
great one.
Yeah, he's great in that.
Yeah.
Other than
He
that,
phoned it the hell in as Batman, though. You cannot deny that.
well, I mean,
He's himself. Like he's like.
I saw
He's
an
just-
article where he's like, that's one of his biggest regrets. Like that was
Oh,
a mistake.
man.
He thought it was going to help his.
Well, it's a
career
terrible
out.
script to begin with, but like he literally. I was watching it. I'm like, is he even trying?
there's a couple movies
Is
where
he
he's
even-
just himself,
Is he? That one, in
especially
particular.
nowadays. New movie he makes. Gal Gadot, I have.
Oh
It's one of
God.
the worst
Yeah.
actresses I've ever seen.
Oh, she's
ever.
terrible.
Yeah, she's awful. See her in anything other than like Wonder Woman, she's just trash. She's even bad in that, but she gets by.
I just
'cause
love
she's
the,
Wonder
the
Woman.
bold statements we always.
Well, she gets
make.
by because she's
the
extremely
worst.
good looking.
Yeah.
Well, the first Wonder Woman was pretty good.
It was decent.
The
Yeah.
second one, I think, exposed the director as being maybe limited.
Was it the same dude? Or
Woman.
chick?
It's a
It was the
woman,
same
yeah.
chick,
And there's not a lot of great female directors, so they were really giving her a lot of roles. She
Right.
screwed up the franchise for somebody because she said she'd do it and then went and did something else.
Mm.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there was a
Talking
whole
about it.
thing. Yeah.
Ruffalo, obviously.
I know.
Mark
Yeah.
Ruffalo. Joe's always
Just
on
every time I
Ruffalo.
see his face, he annoys the hell
You
out of me.
love Ruffalo and you love Colin
Why
Farrell.
exactly? Why?
Just his stupid squinty face just bothers me.
just stupid.
Just makes the same face and everything. He brings nothing to any movie ever.
I really liked him as the Hulk.
Anybody could have done the whole.
Eric Bana couldn't do it.
He did it though.
Did he?
And Norton did
He
it. He was
barely
fine.
did
And Norton, well, the script was bad. There's a whole story about Norton in that movie and kind of ruined his
Did he want
career.
more money or something?
No, he wanted to rewrite it, and they didn't appreciate
That,
that.
yeah, that
that
would do it.
reminds me of you know those mean tweets on Jimmy Kimmel
Yeah.
where they read them. Mark Ruffalo was reading one that he said, "Really, Mark Ruffalo, you're going to go with that face in this movie?"
I wrote that. So.
That's funny. That was yours.
And then Julia Roberts, I have for the last one. I think she's super overrated.
You're not the first person I've heard say that.
Really. I just never seen her in anything where I'm like, she really nailed it in this movie.
She's good in Pretty Woman. Have you seen Pretty Woman?
She's
She's
fine.
good in Ocean's
good movie.
11.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it
she's
is.
like 5 minutes in that
Super
movie.
small role.
Yeah. She's fine.
I can see
Aaron
what you're saying.
Brockovich.
I haven't
Never seen it. Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
that's a fucking phenomenal movie.
Well,
Okay, I'm just
Didn't
gonna say
take Steve
that.
for an Aaron Brockovich fan.
there you go.
No, you wouldn't. But look, man, I don't care about genre.
It's a lawyer sticking up for the little guy.
But no, it's just like she's just great in that movie. It's a
Good
great
story.
story. Storytelling is primary for me, and then secondary is watchability. And that movie, I think, has them both. I don't want to watch it over and over again, but it's
Okay.
I don't turn it off.
Where do you
when
put
it's on
characters
TV,
in that?
It's- Yeah, the characters are great.
Do you put that in
story's
with
great.
storytelling?
Yeah, they put it all together.
I'll
right
give it 30
well.
seconds. If the credits are bad,
Yeah, well,
done.
That and Love Actually.
Okay,
you gotta give that
have
one.
not helped at
yeah,
all.
that was a good one. Too.
Narrowing any down?
No. I got a bunch.
Steve, who I'm thinking like war movies are his favorite. He's like, you know what, Aaron Brockovich.
I like war movies too. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Genres, fuck them, man. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
I agree.
Okay.
All right, you're up, Shaw.
Number one might ruffle feathers.
Don't do it to me.
What do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know.
Tom Hanks.
Oh wow. We were just speaking of Tom Hanks
Oh,
on
man.
Tuesday.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor,
He's one of the best.
but
he's great, man.
is he though? Like it's literally Tom Hanks in everything he's in.
That's what we were talking about. But who else can do that? Who
He
else can be
shows
him but
range,
everybody else?
man.
Well, yeah, but if you write a role for Tom Hanks, that's great.
His most famous role, he's not Forrest Gump.
Yeah, but
Big.
and what other than that did he do that kind of performance? Like I honestly,
Road to Perdition?
Nothing crazy, but like Road to Perdition, he's great in. Road to
Totally
Perdition is great.
different.
Did you watch
that's
that?
part of the problem. Is a lot of his movies, like even if they're good, I don't care. You know what I mean?
That's a big part. Watchability.
Yeah.
if we-
What
yeah,
about
put that in there, yeah.
what about Saving Private Ryan?
Because I don't even dislike Tom Hanks, but how you got your guys' reaction? Like, oh, he's the best.
I would
I
say
don't
he's the
think he's one
best.
of the
He's,
ones.
he's
I don't-
great.
But I don't think he is.
But he's even one of the ones he did.
Also,
You've
he's
Got
just
Mail.
very bizarre to me.
Why?
He always is bizarre to me.
Why is he bizarre?
Do you ever see him in the crowd at things? Just a bizarre human.
He's got a funny head. He's got a funny head.
He's
got a funny head.
Just
He's
his
got a bizarre
reactions to
son in
anything.
Chet Hanks.
And
His
then,
son rules.
And
His son's got a funny head too.
forever on Instagram, Tom Hanks.
Got eggheads.
There's a whole conspiracy theory about him which makes no sense. But on his Instagram, he does share a bunch of he finds loose gloves and
yeah.
stuff, and it's very bizarre to me.
I know he does that on
And
Twitter
then people
too.
open a crazy rabbit hole, and it's like about whole thing, and none of that makes sense. But he's weird to me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Everyone to each their own.
But
Yeah,
I
disagree,
don't even
but yeah.
dislike him, and some of his movies I do love. But
Yeah.
just like it's not at the same thing as Ryan Reynolds, but every time you see him, you're just like, oh, that's Tom Hanks.
I could see it.
Well, after Forrest Gump, because he got such like notoriety for that and just fame. It's like, well,
That and Woody,
yeah, Woody, right?
who half the time he doesn't voice.
He's very good in Castaway.
Yes, he does.
The Burbs is one
No.
of my favorite
Burbs is
films
so
of
all
all
the
time.
extra
Bird's
stuff
so
that's
good.
Woody is his brother. He let his brother
Yeah, but
do
he
it
does
for a
the
paycheck.
movies.
But everything like the commercials,
Yeah.
video games, all that stuff is just his brother's voice. That's
He
insane.
did the movies. Well,
Okay, anyways, Chris Pratt,
yep. I
go with
almost
you on
put
that.
him on my
great
list.
in Parks and Rec, great in Guardians of the Galaxy. Everything else, fuck off. Just not like he's not believable in things. He's a weird dude in real life, also, who can't keep his mouth shut. Like, because if he didn't say stupid things in real life, nobody would care.
Yeah.
Nobody would know.
Right.
But he like.
Once he kind of got in shape, they're like, "Oh, this guy's kind of charming. Let's
Yeah.
put him in everything." You know? So
Yeah, another one of those
I could see that.
There's a
8
lot
people who were famous for
Yeah.
10
of jack
years or
dudes
whatever.
that are not good actors.
yeah.
Do you want me just to read all of these?
Just stick it to 5. Easier
Jeez.
editing for me.
Okay, well there weren't enough females, so let's go. Amy Schumer.
Oh God.
I mean,
Joe hates her. One year for Christmas, I got Joe a shirt of Amy Schumer's face in a garbage bag. Like it was her with a pig nose in a garbage bag or something.
Okay.
Because he hates her so much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. That's a
Then
good one.
another female, Melissa McCarthy.
Yep. Yeah.
She's okay in some stuff.
I don't even consider
But it's-
Schumer an
she's
actor,
a-
though.
it's
She's
a-
just a trash human.
Melissa McCarthy is the same in literally everything.
Yeah, she is.
Like not even no variation. Like
But-
Tom Hanks, at least there's some variation. Melissa McCarthy, but you could take jokes from one of her movies, put them in another movie, and you wouldn't know. You'd
It
just be
is
like,
true.
oh, that's the same.
Comedic actors get away with that stuff though. They're just the same in everything.
Yeah.
They're just them. They don't
Yeah.
have to. They
But
don't
my
have
mom was
to.
like,
True.
excited for the stupid Genie movie with her in it, and my mom was heartbroken when I was like, she sucks, and my mom was like, I was like, sorry, she's not good.
She's
And
not
then my mom
good.
started to think about it. She's like, you're right. She's the same in everything.
Ruined it for your mom. That's,
Yeah.
that's cruel.
Oh boy. Okay, one that's on a pedestal, though I don't think deserves it. Woody Allen.
Woody Allen?
I haven't seen Woody Allen in a lot of stuff.
I haven't either.
I've never really enjoyed.
Not a
anything
good
he's
director.
done.
Not a good actor. Terrible human being.
Terrible. It escalated.
Well, I mean, he straight up
it's
married
true. Yeah,
his
it's
adopted
true.
daughter.
I
a
haven't
creep.
seen much of his
Who was
work,
underage.
so
Well, it literally, because the movies we haven't seen, you know how Joe was like, hey, just look up like the best 50 movies ever. That list, like, what's his stupid Annie Hall or whatever? That's Woody Allen's movie. That's on all those lists, the best movie of all time.
yeah.
He's a terrible director who just puts himself in things to be a creep. And they're not good.
I don't think I've seen one of his things.
He was in lots of stuff,
Did
but
he
it's not
do,
like it's stuff that's like popular for people that are like, I don't like popular stuff. Hugh Grant.
Okay.
I enjoy him, man.
I like some stuff he's in, but he's also like half the time I'm like, why would you waste that much of a budget on Hugh Grant?
Is he highly rated? I guess I don't know.
He gets paid a lot.
Does he?
And well, for a while he was in everything.
I love after like hating every actor, you defend everyone. We say no.
Like I said, I enjoy him.
They all suck.
I don't
No, I
want to
like
single them out. I
No,
think
I
they're
get
all
it.
overrated, you know. But like, yeah,
Put him under the umbrella.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you like Hugh Grant in?
He's in Love Actually. for
Yeah,
one.
he is.
He's great.
Those
in that.
movies, honestly, like he's good in those movies, but every one of them is a movie that people bring up and like that didn't age well.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie, or most of those.
Like
movies.
that movie there's a lot of stuff that like wouldn't even pass today.
In Love Actually.
Creepy
Yeah, it's
stuff.
like creepy and like just like sexist stuff that people freak out about now that didn't
Like
care
what?
then. The whole that's the one where he shows up and she's married, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
but he shows up to say like I had a huge crush on you.
Yeah,
you're
but
awesome,
like,
but I gotta
which is
go.
fine. I don't like some of the stuff that bothers a lot of people does not bother me.
Yeah, sure.
But a lot of people's feathers would get ruffled by like a similar scene this today because they're like portraying him as the good guy who's there to basically be like, hey, I'm a home wrecker. Come with me, not your husband. Whereas like, but in the movie they're like, oh yeah, he's the good guy. I love him. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's bizarre.
The only thing I've ever seen him in that he's starring in is Mickey Blue Eyes.
Yeah, that wasn't really great.
No.
Wasn't he in that 9 months movie?
Oh yeah, 9 months.
He's
too.
in so many movies. It's
I will
absurd.
say
Notting
this,
Hill
though.
was pretty good.
I never
For
seen
like
that.
a little
either.
romance
Yeah,
kind of thing.
there's a movie I love, Guilty Pleasure, music and lyrics.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Him
Hey,
and Drew Barrymore,
it's good, huh?
gotta love it.
Hey, I will say this though. He's in an HBO miniseries that was like came out I think 2-3 years ago. It's called The Undoing. It's about a murder that takes place in New York, and they're like investigating. I think him for it. It's really good. Check that out. But it's
You're
like
getting a Hugh Grant poster for Christmas.
right. No,
All right, which one of these that's left do you want me to do honorable mention, Ben?
honorable mention.
Who do you like the least?
Hey, it's your call, man. Hey. I know. I got a soft spot for him though.
I know why,
Yeah. Don't.
so don't use him.
You can use whoever you want. He was gonna say Orlando Bloom.
Oh yeah, I don't like him.
He's all right.
He gets by on just
Pirates.
Pirates and Lord of the Rings. He gets by on
Oh
just
yeah, I forgot he was even.
huge franchises. I don't think he's a great actor by any means, but
Has he been in anything else?
he's been in some like
He's in so much stuff. He's
really?
he's
Crap.
forgettable.
Yeah, must be.
He was in a bunch of stuff before he got into the like smaller roles and stuff. He kind of blew up for a second, I think, and I never really got in.
he was in a few smaller movies.
I'm
I
sure he
think.
did some teenage rom-com type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Momoa and Jim Parsons,
Oh,
who
don't get me
plays
started on Jim
Sheldon.
Parsons.
Yeah. Just
What do you
awful.
got against Jim Parsons?
I can't stand that dude.
Why?
I seen him on Conan before, and he just annoyed the piss out of me. I didn't like him already, but
Yeah. So you just discredit.
He was
any,
great
like,
casting as Sheldon.
He
though,
was
man.
perfect.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's
He's
literally
perfect,
the only
right?
thing he ever needs to be in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I agree. He doesn't.
Yeah,
need
and
to do
Momoa is
anything
another
else.
one that's just like.
Super nice guy, it seems.
Yeah.
But like, I don't care.
Yeah, he's just for the ladies. That's all he's for.
Yeah, I don't get the
That's all
allure there.
he's
There's
for.
other guys that are big and good looking that can act.
Yeah, it's the Hawaiian thing. It's the long hair, and he's got a line in
He
his
can keep
eyebrow
the
or something.
Aquaman. He can keep it. Be
Yeah.
Aquaman forever. Have fun.
I've never seen him. Never
One
seen
less
him.
movie I
Either
gotta
one.
watch.
I haven't seen any of them.
No, I actually saw the first one. Wasn't terrible, but it wasn't.
That's what
good.
Joe said.
yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, that's our top 5 overrated, overused actors. Thank you, Steve, and peace out. We'll see you on the next one. Later.